What if I told you there's a supplement sitting on store shelves right now costing less than a cup of coffee per week that could help you sleep deeper, protect your joints, strengthen your skin, and even slow down aging at the cellular level? And what if I told you that most doctors never mention it? Not because it doesn't work, but because it's too cheap for anyone to profit from. The supplement is called glycine. It's an amino acid your body produces naturally. But here's the problem. After age 60, your body makes dramatically less of it. And that shortage is silently accelerating the aging process in your muscles, your brain, your skin, and your bones. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly what glycine does, why your aging body is starving for it, and how a few cents a day might be one of the smartest health decisions you make this year. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll wonder why nobody told you about this sooner. Let's be honest for a moment. The supplement industry is a circus. Every week there's a new miracle pill, some high-priced powder with a flashy label promising to turn back the clock, and most of them, overpriced nonsense. So I understand if you're skeptical. You should be. But glycine is different. It's not new. It's not exotic. Scientists have studied it for decades, and the research, particularly what's emerged in the last 10 years, paints a remarkably consistent picture. Glycine is the simplest amino acid in the human body. Think of amino acids as tiny building blocks. Your body strings them together to make proteins, the stuff your muscles, skin, tendons, and organs are built from. Glycine is one of 20 amino acids, and it plays a role in more bodily processes than almost any other. Here's what matters for you. As you age past 60, your body's demand for glycine increases while its production decreases. That gap between what you need and what you make shows up as poor sleep, stiff joints, thinning skin, slower healing, and accelerated breakdown of your cells. Let me show you exactly how this works. Glycine isn't a drug. It's not a foreign substance. It's something your body already uses every single day. Let me give you the 3 biggest jobs it handles. First, collagen production. You've probably heard of collagen. It's the protein that keeps your skin firm, your joints cushioned, your bones flexible, and your blood vessels elastic. Here's something most people don't realize. 1/3 of every collagen molecule is made of glycine. 1/3. Without adequate glycine, your body simply cannot produce enough collagen to maintain and repair your tissues. After 60, collagen production drops roughly 1 to 2% every year. Your skin thins, your cartilage wears, your tendons stiffen. Supplementing glycine gives your body the raw material it desperately needs to keep making collagen. Not at 20-year-old levels, but enough to slow the decline meaningfully. Second, sleep regulation. Glycine acts on receptors in your brain that help lower your core body temperature at night. That temperature drop is one of the key signals your brain uses to initiate deep, restorative sleep. Multiple clinical studies, including randomized controlled trials in humans, have shown that taking 3 grams of glycine before bed improves sleep quality, reduces the time it takes to fall asleep, and leaves people feeling more refreshed the next morning. And unlike sleeping pills, glycine doesn't cause grogginess. It doesn't create dependency. It works with your brain's natural sleep architecture rather than overriding it. For seniors dealing with fragmented sleep, restless nights, or that frustrating pattern of waking at 3 in the morning and staring at the ceiling, this matters enormously. Third, cellular protection. Your cells produce something called glutathione. Think of glutathione as your body's master antioxidant, a cleanup crew that neutralizes damaging molecules before they wreck your DNA, your mitochondria, your cell membranes. Glycine is one of the 3 amino acids required to build glutathione. A landmark 2023 study from Baylor College of Medicine found that supplementing older adults with glycine and another amino acid called N-acetylcysteine restored glutathione levels to those seen in young adults, and reversed multiple markers of aging, including oxidative stress, mitochondrial dysfunction, and inflammation. Let that sink in. Restored to young adult levels. Now, you might wonder, If glycine is so important, why isn't my body just making enough? Fair question. Your body does produce glycine on its own. The liver manufactures it. You also get some from food, particularly from meat, bone broth, skin, and connective tissue. But there are two problems working against you after 60. Problem 1. Your metabolic machinery slows down. The enzymatic pathways that synthesize glycine become less efficient with age. Research published in the journal Aging Cell estimated that the average older adult produces roughly 3 grams per day less glycine than their body actually needs for optimal function. 3 grams. That's a measurable deficit accumulating day after day, year after year. Problem 2. Modern diets have shifted away from glycine-rich foods. Your grandparents ate the whole animal: skin, bones, organs, connective tissue. That's where glycine lives. Today's typical diet emphasizes muscle meat, chicken breast, lean steak, ground turkey, which contains methionine-heavy protein but relatively little glycine. This imbalance between methionine and glycine may itself accelerate aging. Several animal studies suggest that excess methionine without adequate glycine promotes inflammation and shortens lifespan, while glycine supplementation extends it. So you're dealing with a double hit. Your body makes less, and your diet provides less. The result is a chronic, low-grade glycine shortage that silently chips away at your resilience. I don't want to just tell you glycine is helpful. I want you to see the evidence. Let me walk you through some of the most compelling findings. Sleep quality in humans. A study published in Sleep and Biological Rhythms gave participants 3 grams of glycine before bed. Compared to placebo, glycine users reported falling asleep faster, sleeping more deeply, and feeling significantly less fatigued the next day. Brain scans confirmed they spent more time in slow-wave sleep. That's the deep, physically restorative phase that declines sharply with age. Joint and cartilage health. Glycine is essential for synthesizing the collagen that cushions your joints. A 2020 review in Nutrients concluded that glycine supplementation supports cartilage repair and may slow the progression of osteoarthritis, the wear and tear arthritis that affects over 30 million Americans, most of them over 60. Metabolic health. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that glycine improves insulin sensitivity. Seniors with higher blood glycine levels had lower rates of type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome. Glycine appears to help your cells respond to insulin more efficiently, keeping blood sugar steadier after meals. Longevity markers. That Baylor College of Medicine study I mentioned earlier, led by Dr. Rajagopal Sekar, showed that older adults supplementing with glycine plus NIC for 16 weeks experienced measurable improvements in mitochondrial function, muscle strength, inflammation, insulin resistance, and physical endurance, several of these markers reversed by a decade or more. Skin and wound healing. Because glycine is the backbone of collagen, adequate intake supports skin thickness, elasticity, and wound repair. For seniors, this has practical implications: faster healing from cuts, less bruising, better surgical recovery. If you're over 60, or if you're caring for an elderly parent or loved one, I want you to really hear this. The information in this video could genuinely change quality of life, not in some vague, abstract way. In the tangible, daily ways that matter: sleeping through the night, moving without wincing, feeling sharper and more energetic in the morning. If any of this resonates with you, do me a favor, drop a comment below and tell me which benefit matters most to you. Is it sleep? The joints? The skin? I read every single comment, and your answers help me make better videos for this community. Alright, let's get practical. You're convinced glycine is worth trying. How do you actually use it? Dosage. Most studies showing benefits use between 3 and 5 grams per day. That's roughly 1 teaspoon of glycine powder. Some researchers suggest up to 10 grams daily is safe and potentially more effective for older adults with significant deficits. Timing. If your primary goal is better sleep, Take your glycine about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Dissolve it in warm water or herbal tea. It has a mildly sweet taste. Some people actually enjoy it. If your primary goal is joint support or collagen production, you can take it anytime, morning or evening, with or without food. Glycine absorbs well regardless of meal timing. Form: glycine comes as a pure powder or in capsules. The powder is far more economical. A bag of pure glycine powder, food grade, nothing else added, costs roughly $8 to $12 and lasts 2 to 3 months at standard dosing. Compare that to the $60 collagen powders, the $40 sleep supplements, the designer anti-aging pills. Glycine does much of what those products claim to do at a fraction of the price, with decades of safety data behind it. Safety: glycine has an excellent safety profile. It's been used in clinical studies at doses up to 45 grams per day without serious adverse effects. At typical supplemental doses of 3 to 10 grams, side effects are rare. Some people report mild digestive softening at higher doses, easily managed by splitting the dose or reducing slightly. That said, and I always say this, talk to your doctor before starting any supplement, particularly if you're on medications for blood pressure, blood sugar, or if you're taking clozapine, which may interact with glycine. Glycine works best as part of a broader approach. Let me give you a few simple combinations that amplify its effects. Glycine plus vitamin C. Your body needs vitamin C to properly assemble collagen fibers. Taking glycine alongside a small dose of vitamin C, even just a glass of orange juice or a 100 milligram tablet, significantly enhances collagen synthesis. This combination is particularly good for joint and skin health. Glycine plus NAC. That Baylor study used glycine combined with N-acetylcysteine to restore glutathione levels. NAC provides the cysteine component. Together, they give your body 2 of the 3 building blocks for its master antioxidant. This pairing targets oxidative stress, mitochondrial aging, and inflammation simultaneously. Glycine plus bone broth. If you enjoy cooking, homemade bone broth is naturally rich in glycine and other amino acids that support connective tissue. Adding supplemental glycine to your broth creates a concentrated joint support elixir, warm, nourishing, and easy to digest. Glycine plus good sleep habits. Glycine enhances sleep, but it works even better when combined with basic sleep hygiene. A cool bedroom, consistent bedtime, limited screen light in the evening, and no caffeine afternoon. Think of glycine as the amplifier, not the replacement for healthy habits. Let me address a few things I see people get wrong about glycine. Mistake 1: expecting overnight miracles. Glycine is not a pharmaceutical. It's a nutritional building block. Collagen takes weeks to months to rebuild. Glutathione levels need time to restore. Sleep improvements often appear within the first few nights, but the deeper structural benefits, joint comfort, skin quality, metabolic markers, build gradually over 4 to 12 weeks. Be patient. You're feeding a repair process, not flipping a switch. Mistake 2: buying fancy blends instead of pure glycine. Some companies sell glycine mixed with proprietary blends, fillers, and other amino acids at 5 or 10 times the price. You don't need that. Pure glycine powder from a reputable supplier is all you need. Check the label. The only ingredient should be L-glycine, nothing else. Mistake 3: thinking collagen supplements replace glycine. Collagen supplements contain glycine, yes, but they're already assembled protein fragments. Your body breaks them down during digestion anyway. Providing pure glycine directly is more efficient and far cheaper. Collagen supplements aren't bad. They're just an expensive way to get what glycine powder gives you directly. Mistake 4: assuming more is always better. 3 to 5 grams covers most people's deficit. Going above 10 grams daily without reason doesn't necessarily provide additional benefit and may cause loose stools. Start low. 3 grams at bedtime. Assess after 2 weeks, adjust if needed. While glycine benefits most older adults, certain groups stand to gain the most. If you struggle with sleep, particularly if you wake during the night or feel unrefreshed despite spending enough hours in bed, glycine's temperature lowering, sleep deepening effect may help considerably. If you have joint stiffness or early osteoarthritis, the collagen support glycine provides feeds the very tissue breaking down in your joints. If you heal slowly from cuts, bruises, or surgical procedures, inadequate collagen synthesis is often the culprit, and glycine addresses the root cause. If you've been told your blood sugar is creeping up, glycine's insulin sensitizing properties may offer a gentle metabolic nudge in the right direction alongside diet and exercise. If you simply want to age more gracefully, with better skin, stronger connective tissue, cleaner cellular housekeeping, and more restful nights, glycine covers a remarkable amount of ground for one inexpensive supplement. Let me bring this all together for you. Glycine is the simplest amino acid in your body, yet it plays a role in sleep, collagen production, antioxidant defense, metabolic health, and cellular repair. After 60, your body falls into a chronic glycine deficit, producing less while needing more. This gap accelerates visible aging and functional decline in ways most people never connect to a single nutrient shortage. Supplementing with 3 to 5 grams of pure glycine powder daily, costing pennies, can help restore collagen synthesis, deepen sleep, support glutathione production, ease joint stiffness, and improve metabolic markers. The research is consistent, the safety profile is excellent, and the cost is negligible. You don't need expensive anti-aging creams. You don't need designer supplement stacks. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars chasing youth. Sometimes the most powerful intervention is the simplest one. A teaspoon of white powder dissolved in warm water before bed, quietly rebuilding you from the inside while you sleep. You deserve to feel strong, rested, and resilient in this chapter of your life. Glycine won't make you 20 again, nothing will. But it can help your body do what it's still trying to do: repair, protect, and maintain itself. You just have to give it the raw materials. If this video helped you, if you learned something new today, I'd be grateful if you hit that subscribe button. I make these videos specifically for adults over 60 who want honest, research-backed health information without the hype and without the hefty price tags. Share this video with a friend, a spouse, a sibling, anyone over 60 who deserves to know about this. Sometimes the most helpful thing you can do for someone you love is send them a link. And leave me a comment below. Tell me, have you tried glycine? Are you going to? What health topic should I cover next? Your comments shape this channel, and I genuinely appreciate every single one. Take care of yourself. You're worth it. I'll see you in the next video.